feel too like I'm so rusty and I'm playing so terribly lately that I should just like take it slow, play one game a day, not get too discouraged, because I think that if I like get tilted and just start playing a ton of rapid chess, my rating is going to plummet, and I would rather avoid that and just slowly get back into it. All right, let's get started. I'm 1699 right now. Looking to get that up because I quite honestly have been plateaued. Montenegro. England Gambit. I have been stuck. To be honest, I've been plateaued like at 1700 for a while now. Sorry, at 1700, not 1600. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to like trying to take it seriously and make a push to 1800 at least. I think if I go and look at my stats, I've been 1700. Like I hit 1740 like Jesus, like 6 months ago. Which is, it is what it is. I'm gonna turn on some other lights. Looks like my opponent hasn't seen this move before. Oh, okay, well, you don't see that very often. I'm gonna go ahead and say, make the argument that you know how to play this endgame, because otherwise all I see is that your king is displaced. Seems like the most obvious move here. Bishop g4 doesn't pin anything. I'm gonna try to take things somewhat slow though, because I have plenty of time. Okay. If I go bishop f4, sorry, c4, it looks to make some sense just because it's taking that diagonal. I know that I could, you know, just go like knight c3, but if bishop e6, I really want that diagonal, right? Because I'm looking for activity here. I want the maximum activity for my pieces, especially now that it is an endgame. The queens are just like off the board from the first like 3 moves. So bishop f4, sorry, bishop c4. Where is this bishop going? Like d7 isn't great. It is a move, but and I might look to try to create some pressure, get a rook on the d file, and maybe hope to win a piece, like on a good day. So I don't know. I think that's going to be the move here. I'm going to have to figure out what to do with my dark square bishop. For the moment, e3 is looking best. So let's go bishop, bishop c4. And what I want to start doing is start really trying to calculate and find moves for my opponent, though. They might look to go bishop g4 and ruin my pawn structure, and I don't need to do anything about that because it's not actually pinned. Let's see, bishop c4, bishop g4. I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyways. I just think it's the best move. Grab this nice sweet diagonal. All right. Eventually, maybe I will want to play f4. Do I want to castle though? Something to be said for castling, something to be said for not castling. All the pieces are still on the board, so it might be okay to just castle because I am activating the rook. But he might make the argument that his black king will eventually be more active than mine if we trade down. So if I go, there's something to be said for playing h3, because if I go h3, this bishop literally is just like stuck to that d7 square, which is just bad for activity because I'm going to have a rook on that open file. He'll have to, you know, figure that out. So, or I guess he can fianchetto. We could always go like bishop d5, bishop b5. So, because if I castle bishop g4, it's like, I don't really feel like going knight back to d2, you know. Same thing though, if I grab, let's see, if I grab this dark diagonal, where's the opponent bishop going? They could go bishop d6, which looks like decent. But they also might go bishop c5, and then like it's hard for me to challenge that without doubling my pawns. Oh, and you know what? Sometimes it's nice to like castle long in these positions. I really like castling long because it comes with check. So maybe, let's see, bishop e3. Yeah, and then if bishop g4, knight d2. Looks decent. Let's do that. I'm just hesitating about knight d2 because if I'd like to be able to castle a check just to gain some more tempo, you know? Since this is an endgame, well, I mean, like the queens are off the board at least. I think that activity is like the most important thing and tempo becomes really important. So, okay, so now though, they're obviously stopping this castling long, doesn't come with check, doesn't have as much of a bite. So I could now go bishop or h3. Because if I go knight c3, then they're probably going bishop g4, which is slightly annoying. So here, bishop e2, I guess, right? And then, I mean, it looks pretty comfortable for me. Otherwise, they're going knight e7, knight e7, and then probably like knight g6, maybe looking to get to that f. I'm gonna go h3. This might be too slow, but I am looking at it as more of a prophylaxis move and just decreasing my opponent's activity. One thing I'm trying to keep an eye out for is this knight might try to do something like knight a5. Just kind of poke at my bishop. It's kind of slow, but yeah, I might also play a3 down the road just so that I can tuck the bishop away. But, you know, honestly, typically I don't get into these kind of positions where you just trade the queens right away. A very different kind of playing. All right. So now we are free to go knight c3, but maybe knight c3, if knight a5, I'm just figuring out what I want to do. Do I go back and give him this diagonal? Or do we go a3 right away? I really do like this diagonal. Like, this is a beautiful diagonal. My bishops are pretty happy right now. And I suppose it does prepare for some eventual queenside expansion. And then I'm going to look to go knight c3 probably. a3, if knight g6, we can always think about playing g3, which you wouldn't typically do with like the queens on the board. I would avoid doing, but I think it's going to be all about like activity. Whoever has more activity, meaning, you know, this bishop is controlling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't know if I counted that right, but this bishop is great. His bishop is not. My bishop, 1, 2, 3, you know, 4. Let's just get that 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, it's nice and centralized. His bishop is okay. I think the biggest like thing that it's doing is closing down the d file. Right. So I'm actually happy to see this because that's why I played a3. Number one was to tuck my bishop in because I'm sure that he's annoyed with this bishop, and this knight is now like just completely on the side of the board. So that's a bad knight. I'm happy to see that. If I were black, I would look to seeing how it comes after bishop a2. Is he thinking about something else? I don't think so. If I were black, I'd be looking at, yeah, like trying to trade off, swap some of his bad pieces for my good pieces. But I'm happy to see that because that is now a knight on the edge of the board. He's wanting to go here. So we're going to stop that. Either way, even if it's like bishop b5 or bishop c6 hitting that weak pawn, knight c3 stops all of that, and then I probably will just castle long. I like castling long because the king's closer to the center for the endgame. So let's do that. We have to... I don't want that. I don't want his bishop getting there. I don't want to give him anything. So now we're getting ready to castle long. I always think to play b4 too. When the time's right, b4, knight back to c6. Wait a second, hang on a sec. If we go knight d5, takes, depending on what they do, I might be able to trap that knight. They might not see that. Oh, that music is super loud. Also, I said I was going to change the music, but I'm kind of happy with it. Chill. Should I try this? It's not risky. It's just that if they don't go for it, I'm not sure if it's the best move. Knight d5, takes, taking away the only other escape square, and then I'm threatening b4. No, it doesn't work now. Maybe they see that, so they can bring the knight back to b7, which could be decent. Castle long is probably the move I'm assuming here. I am definitely running lower on time than my opponent, so I'm just trying to be a little bit conscientious of that, but honestly, 15-minute, 10-second increment, I'm just not going to be super pressed for time. The 10-second increment is enough. But I don't want to, get down to 3 minutes and not even be close to the end of the game. But compared to those 10-minute games, you have so much more time, which is nice. All right, and if here takes, bishop takes, they're probably just playing c6. So I don't think interesting. What if I went to chip away at his pawn structure, because I have this, if this pawn isn't protected, I have knight takes e5. Kind of a weird idea, but I think, hold on. Oh man. I think that, clearly they're wanting to, what do I want to do? It's kind of a funny idea, but I don't know. I'm thinking about it because they're putting pressure on this weak e4 pawn. There's no mystery there. Here, knight back. Okay, hold on. It's forcing. So b4, knight b7, b5. I'm just worried the knight wants to probably jump back in here, and I don't know if at that point I trade. Am I helping him by doing this? Here, here, knight b7. Oh my god, knight b7. What weaknesses does my opponent have? This pin, right? I could double up. I could also just double up. Are they going to add some more pressure to this e4 pawn anytime soon? They could hit me with f5. But you know what? I think I'm going to go for this. I didn't blunder, right? Yeah, no, the knight can't jump to another square I didn't see. So knight has to go back to b7. b5 forces the bishop back to a more passive square. Although, yeah, see, I don't know, because then kind of just doubling up. This stops the knight, right? I'm decreasing the knight's activity. So if I just double up, that actually looks okay. And then they're going to start feeling the pressure here. So I think I'm going to do that, because as tempting as b5 is, I don't think that's the move. Because it gives them the c5 square. And unless I plan on actually, see, I don't want to do that, because knight c5 takes, bishop takes. Yeah, that's not good. So let's go double up now. Just rook d2. Just trying to play, prophylaxis and decreasing my opponent's activity. This knight This is now a very bad knight, actually. This knight is stuck on b7. The bishop is stuck. These squares are covered. All I can do is go back to d7 or e8. This bishop's not great. Okay. That's a good move. Yeah, we have to do that now. Here, back. Wait a second. No. No tricks, no tactics that I can see. It's a trade-off. I don't know. I really don't like that bishop getting more activity. Oh, we can't though. Hold on a sec. Here, yeah, we're gonna play this and then a4, because if knight c5 will just take, and then they're forced to take and double their pawns. No, they can't. Damn it, because now that bishop is unpinned. So how are we going to? I'm just trying to think. Takes. Sucks though. That just really sucks. Ooh, or here takes. That drops a pawn. If a4, knight c5. How bad is that? Where really, like, where's he threatening? How much do I care about that? That's the question. a4, knight c5, rook d1. This I have to be careful of. This knight could be better for sure. Alright, I'm gonna go a4 anyways. It might be a mistake. I'm expecting this. It's a good move. I will not take with the bishop, unfortunately, because it allows them to take back bishop c5, and then they're hitting this pawn, and the rest of the game, like a rook or something, is gonna have to defend this weakness. This knight is definitely, I think, my weak link right now. Yeah. Period. So, you know what? I want to double the rooks up, but then I think my plan is going to be to go g4, g5. Oh. Interesting. Okay. Should I do that now, or do I double up first? Threatening that if the... okay, so maybe, hold on. Well, let's see. If bishop d5 takes, we are threatening the fork, so that if they go here, we can take. They can't take with the bishop because the fork. Geez, I need to think fast here. Is this worth it? And it also pins that knight so it can't move. It's kind of encouraging to take back. I do give up my nice little... I like my bishop, so... man, I'm just gonna go rook d1. It can't be a terrible move, but I like this bishop. Otherwise, yes, I think there's a threat, because this stops the bishop from taking back on c5. Otherwise, they give up the fork. But I give up my light square bishop for that. And giving up my light square bishop means that I also give his bishop a chance to come over here, maybe to like e6. I'd rather keep the bishops and then try to open up the position with g4, g5. Let's see if you have g4. I'm going to go for it. I'm running a little bit short on time here, so trying to be conscientious of that. This could totally be the wrong play. And you know what? It probably was, because now this is going to be weak. Did not see this move. Oh my god. Let's see here. Here. We're gonna have to definitely take. This was probably a mistake, I think. I think I can't touch this pawn actually, because if I go g5, I'm giving up one of my pawns, and I don't think the compensation's worth it. So I think I'm just gonna keep those pawns like that, just take up some space, but my plan to go g5 was the wrong plan. This I did not see. I didn't even consider bishop b4. Looks like a pretty good move, and I'm expecting knight c5 now. Takes, sitting this pawn. But then actually maybe it's not the end of the world after rook d2. This, yeah. Hold on a sec. So we needed to protect this knight, right? Otherwise that's a free knight, but this move is coming. There's a pin on that rook. No, there's not. The knight's there. Okay, so this bishop's very annoying. No, I don't really have any other options. I'm not gonna go king d2. This bishop is now the most annoying piece, but it's also not the end of the world. Okay. I don't need to take that. What I can do, though, is go knight d2, threatening c7 check. If he takes, we take back with a bishop. He can't push, that'd be a free pawn. If I grab this, let's do that. Now is the time to strike with d5. He can take my pawn. Sorry, he can take my bishop if he wants. I'm not going to help him develop. I'll take back and double up my pawns. It's not the end of the world because it is a center pawn, so I have good center control. And I think that I need to, I need to take control, take advantage of this pin. This pin is very strong. So yeah, I have a couple threats here. Knight takes, bishop takes, you can't push. I'm threatening to grab that knight flat out, actually, because the knight is trapped, if I'm not mistaken. And if I grab the knight, it's a free piece, and if not, I'm threatening bishop e6. Takes knight c5, we go back. Or do we go here maybe first? Takes is the move, actually. And this bishop is hanging. He's got to move somewhere. He can't grab any other pieces. And then we're going to go back. So we first grab the knight. We're down to 2 minutes and 30 seconds. First grab the knight, then bishop back here. That would actually be 2 free rooks if he takes. Otherwise, we're winning a piece here. Should be the case. This bishop, this dark square bishop, looks like it's having a good time, you know, but like it isn't threatening anything. All my pieces are on light squares. Even this weak pawn. But that was a very important move, I think, right here. Not taking the bishop. He wanted me to do that, right? So I take, and then boom, knight c5. But grab the knight first, and bishop back. And then at this point, yeah, I'll just try to trade everything that I can. I don't know if he moves the king over. Maybe he'll play like king over. I do I grab the rook or the bishop? That's the question. Probably the rook, just to encourage trades, and then I'm infiltrating on the 7th rank. So, because like, I don't know, just imagine, for example, king f8, rook takes, rook takes, rook takes. Yeah, that's looking pretty nice. Him taking would be wonderful because that's 2 free rooks. But all right. Yeah, I think just takes makes some sense here. It's really hard for them to defend that. So just double check here. Check. Thing is, you could scoot over and then yeah, there's no way for him to threaten my light square bishop. This light square bishop is actually a monster right now. He's tying down all those, he's freezing all those pawns. This also threatens a discover check, so he has to move the king. The king cannot move over to defend the c7 pawn. And I now have control over the 7th rank. Now I just need to probably improve this knight. So, yeah. Let's grab. And you know what? If I get the chance. In fact, I think that's forcing. Yeah. Nice. Respect resignation there. GG. Well, hey, I think that was actually a pretty clean game. In the sense that, like, I had plans, I stuck to them. Let's see, I had 0 blunders, 1 miss, 1 mistake, and 87.4% accuracy. So not bad. Got the England Gambit. I always play e4 against this just because I think that it's not as common of a move. And sorry, one sec. I think that it's not as common as of a move. It throws them off a little bit. It's not like a counter gambit per se, but it does. It's like, you know, just saying, go ahead and take that pawn. I think in general, I've heard like, I think it was Danya or someone say this, people who play gambits, right? They want you to take those pawns. So when you don't take it already, you can often throw them off. Because if you're playing a gambit, you're usually going for more activity. And by playing this move e4, I just like it because it's almost like your own kind of gambit. Your bishops are open, all your pieces are ready to fire, and if they choose to take that pawn like my opponent did, I mean, they go into an endgame like this, which I personally just don't like playing that. You have to know how to play that, where you're giving up castling rights and you're putting your king on the d file. So anyways, bishop c4 is excellent. Okay, let's just see what some of the best moves here are. Knight f3 was not the best. It looks like knight c3 is the best. Okay, so probably just because it wants to castle long first. Just curious, like after here, for example, are we going bishop? No, knight f3. Okay. Oh yeah, that would just drop a pawn. Okay, well, anyways, knight f3, bishop c4. Bishop e3 is just good. It's not amazing, but h3, a3. Yeah, so like I said, when you trade the queens really early, I don't personally know like the right way to go about playing these end games where the queens are off the board really quickly. But what I do know is that it is very annoying when your king is, for example, over here and that knight gets b4 in and they're threatening forks, that you can really quickly lose some of those pawns in those positions because the queen isn't there as an extra defender. So I typically go for more activity and fast development. I don't usually play h3 or a3 unless I need to. But in this case, I like just limiting my opponent, you know, because that's ultimately what kind of won me the game, was just restricting my opponent. Okay, knight c3 was a miss. Restricting my opponent and then increasing my own activity. So it looks like this was better first, and then what's the follow-up? Just castle short. Okay. Anyways, I didn't go for that. I went for castles long, which is fine. Then I played b4, rook d2. So I was thinking here, what was I hesitating? I was hesitating g4. That probably would have been an inaccuracy or a mistake. Oh, no, that's okay. I just grabbed space, so it makes sense. But I went Rook d2, getting ready to double up the rooks. Here was a big, important move, right? If I take, that doesn't seem good. Like, look at this. Then the knight's threatening to get in here, although I could grab, but then the pawn falls. Anyways, don't want that rook infiltrating. Don't want to increase my opponent's rook's activity. So b5 is a great move, meaning it's the only good move, really. Out of all the options we see here, b5 is the only one that gives me a slight advantage. All the other ones, black is winning. Wait, what? Yeah, b5. No, sorry, or b2, white is still winning, but it is still the best move, so. Okay, a4 is okay. Rook h to d1, yeah. g4 was a mistake. This was where I knew, I was like, uh-oh, I went wrong, because I have no intention of actually going g5. And I suppose, interesting. Okay, so king b2. Really want a king b2, I guess, just to, like, take the sting out of any kind of bishop b4. Otherwise, I don't really see why that's such an appealing move, but all right, we got this. Rook d3, king b1, all is good. And I think from here on out, I think I played this pretty well because there was only one way to really win, I think, win material. So knight d5 is best, takes, bishop takes is best. Here, I think, yep, bishop takes, b7 is best. If I had grabbed, that is already a miss. Yeah, so it's already a miss because, boom, knight c5. That's exactly what they wanted. Yeah, it's exactly what they wanted. They're going to win that pawn. That's kind of uncomfortable because then it creates a pass pawn. Here, if I take, this bishop can't, like, grab another rook or grab another piece. You can take that pawn, but I don't really care. Otherwise, he has to move. And then on the next move, I'm threatening to win a piece, basically, flat out. So yes, he took that pawn. But that's already a blunder, I guess it says, because by force I'm winning a piece here. Here, my plan was just to, like, yeah, go gobbling up, like, takes, and, oh, I don't have mate, do I? No, it just forces a trade. But why would I not just, I get the appeal of just trading things off right away, but, like, oh my god. Okay, that's not good. Good thing that my opponent resigned, because what the hell am I thinking? How did I not see this was just another free rook? What am I doing? Okay. Well, good thing they resigned earlier, because I literally was getting ready to just play this, which is fine, but, like, still, what? Because then that, well, maybe I still win the rook, because if they go here, can threaten it, they might try to, like, bring the rook closer so that after the check, king f7, and then if I take, they can take back. But anyways, I missed that.